What's up, guys? This is the Everything Anything podcast with your host, Malin. And you already know this is the most unprofessional podcast out here. No set agenda, no set design. We just get it done. And don't forget to check out our Instagram, our Spotify, YouTube page, Twitter, Facebook. Check out all the social medias. Go to our Instagram and you will just find everything there. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, man, let's get into it. Today's topic is focused around the legalization of like hard drugs, like cocaine, heroin, MDMA, but I will specifically be focusing on this article by Vice News. It basically talked about these two drug companies called Sunshine Earth Labs and Adustra in British Columbia, Canada, who was recently allowed to sell those drugs, like following rules and stuff like that. So it's like it's just crazy because those two companies based in British Columbia, Canada have recently obtained like these government licenses that allow them to produce and distribute like a range of controlled, and I call it like hard drugs. They say like controlled substances including cocaine, heroin, MDMA, and magic mushrooms. But like those are like hard drugs, bro. Like those are not like come on, bro. That's just crazy to me. But the first company, Sunshine Earth Labs, is a manufacturer of psychedelic substances. They receive an exemption from Health Canada, the federal government agency responsible for public health that allows them to legally produce and distribute cocaine, opium, morphine, heroin, and psychedelics. The active ingredient, magic mushroom. So it's just like, that's just crazy. The company has stated that they plan to bring a safer supply of drugs to the global market. So like, why? I just don't understand why is it a thing now to like encourage people? I guess it's like for safer drug use. You don't want people ODing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, why are we like encouraging people to take cocaine and heroin and MDMA and stuff like that, bro? That's just how I see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro. Like, weed is not enough for these people, bro. They made weed, like they legalized weed, and that's not enough for these people. This shit is just crazy. But like, let's just continue. The second company, Adustra, is a cannabis extractions company that has obtained a license to produce and distribute cyclobin and cocaine. However, Health Canada has stipulated that the company is only allowed to sell their products to other license holders who have cocaine listed on their license. Pharmacists. Wait, what the hell? That's crazy. Who have cocaine listed on their license? Pharmacists, prescriptions, hospitals, or the holder of a Section 56, some paperwork stuff for research purposes, like some Canadian government stuff. But what the hell, bro? The license also allows Adustra to import cocoa leaves to manufacture and synthesize cocaine. Like, so are we just gonna like? I wonder what, like, to what point are they gonna like, get it? Because it's like, are you gonna see people snorting cocaine in bars or on the street now? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna see people literally safely injecting themselves on the street? Like, which is just insane to me, bro. Like, this is why I chose to speak about this shit, bro, because I seen this article and I'm like, yo, I have to put my 2 cents in this, because like, whoa, bro, it's just mind-blowing. It's important to note that both companies are operating under strict regulations and are only allowed to sell the drugs under certain circumstances. For example, Adustra can only sell to other, licensed dealers, pharmacists, and doctors, as well as individuals who have exemptions from the Health Canada, which is the 56-1 exemptions thingy, such as those approved to those cyclobin at the end of life. Like, whoa, bro. Oh man, at the end of like that, oh, I just realized that's crazy because I think there's a pill where you could take if you want to commit like assisted suicide or whatever, which is crazy, and that's getting into a whole different thing. But let's just stick to the drugs. Yo, this shit is wild. While these licenses have been granted, it's still not clear what exact circumstances will allow for the sale of these drugs, and some have raised concerns about the potential risks associated with allowing the sale of these substances, obviously, because like bro, how could you really provide drugs to people safely? Like for real, like how could you really supply cocaine and these type of stuff to people safely? That shit makes no sense to me. Heroin, it I don't know if it's to wean people off of it, you know what I'm saying? Like slowly get them off of it, which is a good plan. But to have people on that stuff, bro, and really like sell it to them legally is kind of like mind blowing to me, bro. Which is shit is just crazy, bro. But yeah, bro, it's just crazy, bro. Like the but like when it comes down to the background on the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act, CDSA. The CDSA is a Canadian federal law that regulates the possession, production, distribution, and sale of drugs that are considered controlled substances. The act sets out strict penalties for drug-related offenses with the goal of preventing harm to individuals and society. But like that like they can't control everything, bro. It's just gonna fuck everything up. And then when you go to like the going back to the reactions and criticisms, like it said earlier, like it said it like it raised concerns about the potential risk. The reactions of the licenses came from the British Columbia Premier David Eby expressed surprise at the news of the licenses, noting that the province was not consulted beforehand, which is crazy. That's actually crazy. Some have raised concern about the potential risk of allowing the sale of these drugs, including the possibility of increased drug use and addiction. Others argue that regulating the production and distribution of these drugs could actually make them safer and reduce harm of individuals and society, which makes sense, kinda. But I'm still like kind of like just mind blown at like how could you? Let's go down to the risk, like the risk of doing that, bro. Like I'm not saying that people cannot get a hold of it right now. People are doing it and getting a hold of it right now. But when it really comes down to it, bro, like people could really go in a store and buy a bag of, like a gram of cocaine or whatever the case it is. I don't know how they sell it. I don't like that. Got nothing to do with me. But bro, like yep. Like you could literally go in a store, and I'm pretty sure they did it in Oregon too. I'm pretty sure they legalized, like I think it was, I'm not sure if it was heroin but they legalized some shit in Oregon too. And I'm just focusing on these two companies because the fact that they could even export the cocoa leaves is even crazier too, because that just brings a whole nother game, bro. People are, I'm not, they are good out there, but like that's not good, bro. That is not good. Like that brings a whole level, a whole nother level of corruption and just everything else that goes along to it. But like, it's just like, bro, what, bro? But moving on, the licenses obtained by Sunshine Earth Labs and Adastra, according to reports, both companies receive exemptions from Health Canada to legally produce and distribute control, substances including cocaine, heroin, MDMA, and the cyclobin. Sunshine Earth Labs plans to bring quotes around this. Sunshine Earth Labs quote unquote plans to bring a safer supply of drugs to the global market, while industrial licenses allows it to interact with 250 grams of cocaine. Damn. Yo, that is crazy. The license allows Adastra to to interactive 250 grams of cocaine and import cocoa leaves to manufacture the substance. Wow. That is crazy. So, but the things that, well, this only started, I guess they started it this year, January 2023. Like moving on to like the drug decriminalization pilot program, and I'm gonna explain it right now. Which is, they started it in January 2023. Like I just said, British Columbia began a 3-year pilot program that allows the decriminalization possession of small amounts of drugs, including cocaine and heroin. This means that people caught with up to 2.5 grams of these drugs will not face criminal charges or penalties. The program is aimed at reducing overdose deaths and helping people with addiction access support and treatment. Makes a lot of sense, bro. But I'm like focusing on the fact that they're allowing people to actually go to the stores and buy it. That's the crazy part to me. Like, you could actually, like, because these companies are producing it to sell it, or like to supply it to, to customers. And it's just wild to me, because a lot of the time people tend to overdo that, bro. And that also may bring harm too, because at the end of the day, these substances could still get into the wrong hands, like kids, for example. But with such easy access, like get it in stores or however else they're gonna provide it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure Sunshine Labs, like they said earlier, is gonna sell it, but the Adastras are the only ones who are gonna like supply it to other places like Sunshine Labs, and to distribute it out to the public. And they obviously are taking measures to get around that, because there's also something called a safe supply program. So like they've already put that in place for opioids, which allow people with addiction to access pharmaceutical grade heroin and fentanyl. Bro, what, bro? Wow. Yo, I knew this was gonna be interesting, but I didn't know it was gonna be that interesting. However, there are currently not safe supply programs for cocaine. Activist groups like Drug User Liberation Front which is a group in British Columbia, or just Canada in general, I guess, have advocated for the creation of safe supply programs for all drugs, arguing that this approach can reduce overdose, user deaths, and improve health outcomes for people with addiction. It's mind blowing to me, bro. Like, you could, like, they're literally going to supply you with pharmaceutical grade heroin and fentanyl. So people are going to be shooting up fentanyl and heroin that they get from their pharmacist from a prescription from their doctor. Like, what, bro? Like, yo, that's crazy. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this, bro. But that's just wild, though. I really want y'all's reactions on this, bro. Comment what y'all think about this. Look it up for yourself. I will put the article in the description. And yeah, like, this shit is just crazy. Like, going back to like the main points, they're really just trying to sell cocaine, heroin, and MDMA. Here they're doing it for safe reasons, like supplying it to people so there won't be as much deaths, as much overdose deaths. There won't be as much people overdoing it, or just young people get into it. But there's also I definitely believe there's also a downside to that, which is younger people having this much access to it, because what is going to be the age limit on it? Like 19, bro. You know how Canada works. Like, you could go buy alcohol and weed there at like 18, 19 years old. I'm not saying that's kind of a good thing, but still not like, to just prove my point, it's not a good thing. Because what are you gonna have these 18-year-olds who who could get it on the street? Sure, I'm not saying they can't get it on the street. There's obviously street drug dealers out there. They're never gonna be gone. Now, when it really comes down to it, it's like, you could really go in a store and get a prescription. Like, doctors are going to be giving prescriptions for a gram of cocaine, a gram of heroin, and a gram of fentanyl. And you could go to the pharmacist, and you could literally buy that and go shoot that shit up or snort that shit up in your crib. That's the part that's mind blowing to me, bro. Excuse me. That's the part that's mind blowing to me, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like, fucking A, how are you even gonna, like, bro, damn. I'm just wondering, how are they gonna regulate it? Because the article did not have nothing about, I mean, obviously there is the programs. That's like a kind of like a regulation. You know what I'm saying? Like the drug decriminalization program and the safe supply programs. But it's like, how are you going to regulate the use of it? Are doctors just going to be giving out prescriptions to people, bro? Let me know y'all reactions. Let me know what y'all think on this, bro. This is just crazy, bro. Honestly crazy. Another sip. I don't know, bro. This is just wild. Like, I'm just shook on this topic. Like, because I thought, when I first saw this, I just thought it was, like I said, Oregon did it too, which is crazy. I'm not even going to get into that one, but Oregon did it, and it's just crazy. Because I know Canada is like into shit like that. But when I heard like Oregon did it, I was like, oh shit. But I heard Canada did it too, and I'm like, oh shit. Because they, they're a little bit different. But like, but it's just crazy because, like I said, it may bring benefits like less overdose and other stuff like that, but it also brings downfalls, bro. Like the access to it, bro, because most drug dealers who sell stuff like that only sell to a select few. They don't like to get new customers because, cops and just verification and shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I know. But the fact that somebody who has a drug problem could really go to the doctor and just claim that they're trying to get weaned off of it, and literally could get a prescription of, a gram of cocaine or a gram of heroin or whatever the case may be. But well, like they said, pharmaceutical grade fentanyl, it's just wild to me, bro, because I don't know. It's just wild to me. It's like, it just goes against everything I know. To be honest with you, like I said, like weed is a different story, obviously, because the whole world is doing weed, and that took everything by like rush. And to be honest with you, like, but when it comes down to like different places, different countries, different states, different provinces, legalizing stuff like cocaine, heroin, and just those hard drugs. They call it controlled substances, but I don't want to call it that. Let's just call it hard drugs, because that is hard drugs, bro. We don't do that shit, bro. That's just crazy. And it's just crazy how they like I said, the main part of this is like they're just focusing on like the access to it. Like, it's just crazy how they're giving people the easy access to it, bro, which just blows my mind. But yo, this is what I have to say. This is my 2 cents on this drug, about these two companies in Canada, Sunshine Labs, what is it, Sunshine Earth Labs, and Adastra, who are allowed to sell hard drugs like cocaine, MDMA, heroin, and cyclobins, and all the other crazy stuff they got going on.
I'm not saying I like CMOS just because it's my boy. That shit is good.
She fuck with the CMOS, yo.
Tap in, y'all. That shit is great. It's worth for $7. You won't regret it, man. Maze Tropical CMOS. Go follow that on Instagram.
Tap in.
Advertisement time. Today we have Maze Tropical CMOS, wild crafted fruit infused CMOS, fruits and CMOS from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. And if you don't know about CMOS, man, CMOS has 92 out of 102 minerals that the body needs. CMOS has a whole bunch of other minerals and nutritions and, you know, just like health benefits like protein, calcium, sulfur, iodine, magnesium, and that's just a few of them. CMOS is also good for pregnant women because it gives you and the baby nutriments because it's jam packed with nutriments. You know, CMOS is also good for smokers because it removes the phlegm in your chest and your throat. You know, it clears out your sinuses and all of that stuff. CMOS is also good for sex, man. It could boost your sex drive. So if you're not all there, drink that CMOS. CMOS also has way more nutrition, vitamins, minerals than any other multivitamins there is out there, man. Try Maze Tropical CMOS today. Wild crafted fruit infused CMOS drinks. Tap in, man. Support. Y'all already know. Commercial break. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents, and that's what Canada got going on, and that's what they got to deal with. But like, I don't know, bro. It's just crazy I wonder to what extent they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna take it to a crazy extent to the point where it's not to wean people off of it. It's not to prevent those type of things. But at the end of the day, I don't know, bro. Like, cause I believe that you just shouldn't give people that much easy access to those type of hard drugs, bro. Cause I don't know how good that is for just society, bro, and just everybody out there, to be honest with you, because they're fighting it but also not fighting it. If you get what I'm saying. That's just my 2 cents and what I have to say, to be honest with you, because this is just like a crazy situation, honestly, that I thought that I would comment on, because it really brings up a lot of questions and a lot of concerns for a lot of people out there, and even apparently even the premier, even the province of British Columbia, even the government wasn't even tied in the loop, which is crazy. But hey, please let me know what y'all think. Go in the comments, let me know what your thoughts about how y'all feel about, I guess, these drug companies, even in America too, are allowed to sell these type of drugs to people, because it may seem like it's a good thing, but I also believe that there are downfalls. There are bad sides, against that, to be honest with you, because it just, like I said, the access, it just gives people a certain type of access to it that kind of I don't know, it just seems crazy. It just kind of messes, I don't know, bro, to be honest with you. I'm kind of lost of words, because I thought this would be a good topic, and it is a good topic, but let me know what y'all think. Please let me know. And I think this will be it for this episode. And this was a good one with your host, Malin. I appreciate all y'all for watching. Y'all already know this is the Everything and Anything podcast, the most unprofessional podcast out there. No set agenda, no set design. We just get it done. We just do it. Just get it done, bro. But this podcast is to spark the mind. This, make you laugh a little bit and also make you wonder about the things you thought you knew. So if you thought you knew that these drugs were gonna be I guess illegal forever, they're not. But make you wonder, you know what I'm saying, about this crazy ass world. But don't forget to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Go follow the page on Instagram. Follow the podcast on Spotify. Go subscribe to the YouTube. I appreciate all of y'all for watching. This has been a dope episode. And yeah, man. Peace.